the principle with regards to intoxicants, when we have to determine whether a substance can be taken or not, we have medicines, foods, drinks, etc., which may have in them 0.01 or 0.5 or 0.2% alcohol. It's written on the label. Can we take these substances or not? When we go back to the Sunnah and the Quran, of course the Quran says clearly we should avoid intoxicants. Fajtanibu. Don't even come near it. What does that mean? One could deduce from that it means that if there is any alcohol in anything, anywhere, don't even come near it. What about antifreeze? It's alcohol. We use it to stop the cars from freezing up and being able to. Antifreeze is alcohol. So when we say don't come near it, it means don't come near it with regards to drinking it, consuming it. Not that you may not use it, to clean. You have, rubbing alcohol, you have cleaning alcohol. And we have to be careful. Chemically, there are things which we call alcohol merely because they have the OH molecule. This is a chemical title. It doesn't mean that if you take this you will get intoxicated. Maybe it'll kill you, make you blind, and you're still not intoxicated. You understand? So you don't take these things because they're harmful. I mean, that's the general principle, right? And though we call it alcohol, it doesn't necessarily mean it's alcohol in the sense intended by the Sharia. So when we go into the Sunnah, we find a principle there stated by the Prophet Muhammad ما أسكر كثيره فقليله حرام. Whatever intoxicates in large amounts, it is forbidden in small amounts. Whatever intoxicates in large amounts is forbidden in small amounts. Now, what people understood from that is that medicine, that cake or this flavoring or whatever which has 0.0% alcohol, there it is, haram. Because you take a large quantity of alcohol, it's haram. It'll get you intoxicated, it's haram. But is that what the law meant? Is that what was meant by the law? Some people say yes. Some people say no. So how do we know? We again go back to whom? To the Sahaba. How did the Sahaba understand that? They said, and this is Sahih Bukhari, we used to take our drinks to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our nabidh, which is fermented drinks, to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and ask him, can we drink these drinks? And he told us that if it intoxicates, you are not allowed to drink it. So we used to drink nabidh for the first 2 or 3 days. After that, we threw it away. Because in the first 2 or 3 days, when the fermentation process started, it was not intoxicant. It had a tang to it. But if you drank it, you didn't get intoxicated. But by the 3rd day, now the alcohol content in it had reached a level where you drank it, you would get intoxicated. So that they wouldn't take it after that. But what does this mean? It means that from the first day, when fermentation began, alcohol was present. Alcohol was present. So, if a substance has a percentage of alcohol. We don't use that to determine whether halal or haram. No. Vinegar has alcohol. Every bottle of vinegar you buy on the market has a percentage of alcohol, because vinegar is made from alcohol. You start with fruit juice or whatever, and then it ferments into alcohol, and after reaching the state of alcohol, it continues fermentation until it becomes vinegar. But in the process, some alcohol will be in that vinegar, because it will not transform 100%. And vinegar, we know, is halal. Because no matter how many bottles of vinegar you drink, you're not going to get intoxicated. So similarly, what is meant by what intoxicates in small amounts, in large amounts is forbidden in small amounts. What this means is that vodka, if you drink a glass of it, you get intoxicated. Or depending, if you are a heavy drinker, it may take 5 glasses, right? But you will get intoxicated, you drink a bunch of it. To take a teaspoonful of it is haram. Right? You just pour it in a teaspoon. I'm not drinking enough now to get intoxicated, only a teaspoon. That is haram. Because you fill the glass, you get intoxicated, so haram. That's the principle. Now the medicine, which has 0.1% of alcohol, if you drank 5 bottles of it, you drank 10 bottles of it, you're not getting intoxicated. You will drink it until you drown yourself in it, and you'll still not be intoxicated. It is not haram. It's not haram. The flavoring, which ends up in cake or whatever, there is this minute percentage. That flavoring, if you pour it into a glass and you drink so many glasses of this stuff, vanilla extract, you drink them. Are you ever going to get intoxicated from vanilla extract? No. Then it's not haram. Robitussin, yes, Robitussin is known. Right? Those who are involved in drugs, whenever they can't get drugs, you go and you buy yourself a few bottles of Robitussin, you drink it up, and you do get intoxicated. So Robitussin is haram. That is the principle. You understand? This is qiyas in operation here. Where that principle of intoxication exists, then this substance is haram. Where the principle doesn't exist, it is not haram. Now, can Muslims produce something, a product, which involves them adding minute quantities of alcohol to it? No. We can't. Because it means you have to produce alcohol or buy alcohol. So for you to make it, if this substance you're making, for example, you're making vanilla extract. To make the vanilla extract, you blend some alcohol and you put your substance in it, which acts as a catalyst, whatever, but in your end product, that percentage of alcohol does remain. You can't make that, because it means you have to buy alcohol or make alcohol. That is haram. It is haram to even grow grapes with the intention of selling it to people who are going to make alcohol. That's haram. So we can't do it. But if you go to the marketplace and the non-Muslims are selling vanilla extract, you can buy it. Though you couldn't produce it because there are certain restrictions on you, if it exists on the market, it exists in trade, you can purchase it and you can use it. Is that point clear? Very, very important point, because I think it's confused in the minds of many, many people, and as such they created difficulties for themselves which was not intended